Today, the month of January brings us a great movie by M. Night Shyamalan. Tomorrow, the sun will revolve around the earth.
With a twist!
Etc.
I don't get it.
That was a big twist. So, there was...
I'm
there
back,
was a twist
by
in
the
this
way.
movie.
Hello!
Yeah. There was a twist in this movie, but we're not going to talk about
There are
it.
like 3 twists in this movie.
Yeah.
One of them, we find out it's a blood relative of Unbreakable.
Or at least takes place in, like, same universe or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, we just saw Split, the new Shyamalan film, and it was really good.
Yeah!
Yeah.
Film of the year.
I thought I was gonna hate this. I only saw it because of James McAvoy. That's it.
Yeah.
I didn't... Well, I know...
I'm amazed.
I know my brother's really against this movie. He I tried to convince him to maybe just see it just for fun. And he said no. He's
just done with Shyamalan.
Well, it's not because of Shyamalan, just because he feels it's because of Shyamalan because he hated The Visit and because he doesn't like when movies do this portray like mental illnesses or whatever. He thinks they always handle it wrong or whatever. That's one of his many reasons.
Well, I didn't like The Visit either. A lot of people say that was Shyamalan's return to form. No. This is. This
I like The Visit.
No.
I'm the only one. I'm the only one in this car who liked The Visit.
Do we have that review?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah. I don't remember my grade, but it was low.
Yeah, I
remember that.
I believe you gave it a D+, I think.
Yeah, you guys gave it D's, and like I was the only one who gave it a B.
Cam gave it a B, I think.
Yeah, me and Cam.
Yeah, he actually did show up at the movie. He's just on his way home now. I spoke with him on Facebook, but he says he might be coming more often. So.
Oh, that's,
all right.
That's interesting.
Yeah. So.
But, okay, let's return.
Yeah. So
let's James McAvoy.
He's incredible.
Oh yes.
Totally. Yeah. He has to play 12 different personalities, even though there are 24 total.
Yeah,
but
though in terms of I think I liked Anna Taylor-Joy better than him, but I thought he was really good.
Well, she was great too, but but James McAvoy had so much more that he had to pull off, and
I think he did Hedwig. He did Hedwig the best.
Yeah.
Out of all of them, I could honestly believe he really thought he was a 9-year-old boy.
Yeah.
Like everything about that.
He's much better at convincing me that he's a child than Paul Giamatti in Lady in the Water.
What?
Another Shyamalan film.
I know. But what?
But yeah, this one, still even after seeing this movie, my favorite Shyamalan film is still Unbreakable. But this is definitely close up there. It's really good.
Yeah, my favorite's The Sixth Sense. I'd say this is second best. Unbreakable is third.
I don't know, but I know personally my brother doesn't like The Sixth Sense very much. I think it's okay.
Okay, well.
I definitely think it's one of his higher ups. Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah. And then fourth would be The Village, which I don't like, but at least it had a few creepy scenes. The rest of his stuff has all just been... It was
really a love story, right? It was just advertised wrong.
Yeah, kind of. I didn't think the twist to The Village was that obvious. The only reason that people already knew was because the script was leaked online before the movie came out.
The only reason I knew is because everyone parodied it and already talked about it already before I even saw The Village. I didn't even know about the twist until everyone started telling me everything about that movie before I even saw it.
Although it was kind of confusing, how'd they keep the planes from flying?
I think they did explain that, didn't they?
I don't remember. It's been a while since I've seen the movie.
Yeah. The rest of Shyamalan's stuff.
The Happening's kind of good, bad.
Well, yeah, The Happening's good, bad. I'd say Lady in the Water kind of is too. Last Airbender and After Earth.
No, The Visit.
Yeah.
I like The Visit.
Yeah.
So
I know my sister really likes Signs. I really found too much stuff in there really inexcusable.
That dancing scene was the most horrifying thing in that entire movie. I'm like, okay, I will give you anything. Just please stop.
I know I liked it.
Please stop.
I thought it was
horrifying.
Yeah. I disagree though. This movie is actually legitimately chilling.
Oh yeah.
And Betty Buckley is way better in this than she was in The Happening. She played the crabby old woman.
Yeah, she's pretty good in this as the... Like I
Oh
think
man,
for me,
I was so hoping that one of the personalities was gonna be Mark Wahlberg in The Happening.
no, it's like what? While he's talking to the old lady, what? No.
That would have been like a Shyamalan parodying himself, kind of, but
Yeah.
but yeah, he doesn't seem to be the kind of guy who admits when he screws
Though,
up. He
he's
still
also returns to
insists.
doing cameos again. I
Yeah.
thought that was weird. I mean, I thought he stopped doing that because he I remember the whole thing that he started doing that because he was called the next Alfred Hitchcock or whatever in in a magazine, and so they started doing that and just like.
No, I thought he was called the next.
No, he's called the next Alfred Hitchcock.
Really? I thought it was the next.
You never saw what's his name Film Brain also reviewed The Happening before Nostalgia Critic did in his review, Bad Movie Beatdown review, and he there's a scene where where M. Night Shyamalan has a cameo as a voice on the phone, and he made a joke about that. It's like, oh come on, just because they called you the next Alfred Hitchcock or something, but yeah, he was called that at one point, and I think it did go to his head a bit.
Spielberg,
Yeah.
Spielberg. He was called the next Spielberg
too, but he was also called Hitchcock as well. Though I think Hitchcock probably makes because Hitchcock made more dark and dreary films. Spielberg made more fun movies. Like Shyamalan's films aren't never been that fun.
Yeah. So anyway, Shyamalan really doesn't seem like the kind of guy who admits when he screws up. He still insists that The Last Airbender was good.
Oh, today?
Yep.
He still
what?
Well, at least I think so. Last time I checked.
Oh God, man.
And of course, we all know what he thinks of movie critics from Lady in the Water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely so.
Yeah. Well, I think I've criticized your work enough. I'll admit that this was great.
You know, I hope after this, I hope he doesn't get like another ego, like and then starts making like another Happening or something like that.
I hope he does.
Yeah. Well, no, just like another, I don't know, something else.
What was it? I thought that. I lost my train of thought. What was I doing?
But I really liked Anna Taylor-Joy in this as the helpless girl, or not the helpless girl, but she's especially because once you learned about her backstory, I was like, jeez. And they chose the perfect man to play her uncle. I've seen him; he's played a creeper before in another thing I've seen him in, and I'm just like, perfect choice because her uncle is like, there's something with her uncle that's kind of messed up, and
oh yeah, that is.
Yeah.
Just like I feel so like.
And what it leads up to at the end, it's really thought provoking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah.
What would you say are some cons though?
I don't know. Maybe it's not. Some of the other girls aren't that great. The other two girls who were trying.
I thought they were fine. It was just kind of a few lines from I can't remember the actress's name, but I think she was in Edge of 17, right?
Yeah.
She was Nadine's sister. Yeah.
Not sister, her friend, her best friend. She didn't have a sister. She
best,
had a brother.
best friend. Sorry, yeah. So I thought just a few of her lines came.
Though
off
I could see how you get mixed up thinking that
kind
she's
of
her sister because
but...
they hung out a lot or whatever at their house. So I could kind of see
Yeah.
why. Because I didn't think the other girls were. I mean, they weren't terrible, but they were great. And there was, I don't know, and I could. I could definitely tell the trailer. I remember in the trailer when they were showing the scene with the other psychologist he was talking to. He was like, "Oh, you know it. His brain will do this." It's like, and I could tell it was obviously a fake voice for the trailer. And I heard him in the movie. He's like, "Yep, that was a fake voice in the trailer because his voice does not sound like that." I called it just from the trailer. But I'm trying to think of cons. I just can't really think of any at the moment. That I was just kind of enthralled trying to think of.
I also kind of thought the very beginning didn't make a whole lot of sense. Like nobody hears in the back what Kevin, I'll just call him Kevin, I guess, was doing to their driver, one of the girls' dads.
Yeah, I don't know. Probably because you probably couldn't hear that. Maybe he hit him really quietly.
And then when Kevin gets in the car and he knocks the girls in the back seat out with some kind of spray, and what's her name?
Anna Taylor-Joy's character.
Yeah, and she's just sitting. Casey. Yeah, she's just sitting there in the passenger seat, just looking really deer in the headlights, like she slowly reaches for her car door.
You well, because she's I think she's shocked because she's in this weird situation, or maybe she's feeling maybe she feels it's not really happening because of her life, how her uncle treats her, and stuff. Maybe I don't know. There's probably reasons why she did it, because
yeah, I'd say probably, yeah.
Because I mean, I would have said like at the beginning when I saw that happen, I knew it was probably going to be a complaint for some people. I knew that. I always thought, oh well, she's probably scared because this is a situation she's never been in before. But then after learning about how her life was, I'm just like, I don't know if I can say that. Maybe she's just I don't know. Maybe something's going on. But there probably is a reason. It's just that. Yeah, I just don't know it anymore because of her backstory. Yeah. You see what happens with her backstory.
And then also, the other thing is at the very end where we find out exactly what their location is.
That makes so much sense.
Well, I guess so. It was just that it was like hammering you on the head with it's a place with carnivorous creatures,
Yeah, but I don't know
because of like all the things that the beast does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think my biggest surprise was definitely I'm glad that the old lady from The Happening did much better than I thought. Even James McAvoy, I remember everyone like when this trailer's like everyone's like, man, James McAvoy looks terrible in that movie. He looks like he's overacting the crap, and he's not. Like you have to actually see the movie to tell he's not.
Yeah,
he's doing really.
Even though there's some silly,
I
think they're meant to be kind of funny.
Yeah, also the trailer ended with
but not everyone's always like this in his movie.
That's true. Yeah, that's true too. Yeah, that's
like you constipated look. Everyone actually is kind of happy or whatever. But keep going. Sorry.
Yeah. And it actually uses the panning shot really well. Shyamalan actually got the cinematographer of It Follows for this movie, and it shows.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very well shot, and it kind of drives me nuts when I'm about to add something. We go on to another topic, and I'm like. Okay, back to this, which was like 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. I really wanted to bring something up before because I was going to forget it eventually, so I really wanted to bring it up.
Well, I was going to add that people thought like McAvoy was overacting in the trailers. I think it was because of the very last part in the trailer. It's when Hedwig is sitting in the doorway. He's done awful things to people, and he'll do awful things to you. And so it like ends right there with him making that big mouth open grin. Yeah, actually, he's just going on to add something totally irrelevant because I think Hedwig has he has some kind of syndrome. I don't know. But...
Well, he's a child. He's 9. Yeah. He's supposed to be like a 9-year-old child. That's his thing because he.
They never explain how Hedwig managed to do what he says he does. You know how they mentioned taking the light away, and it was because of him that the other two were able to take control. They state it was because of him, but they never really go into it.
Oh wait, I don't know. I just keep thinking since there is kind of a thing with Unbreakable at the end. I can't remember. I thought maybe I heard something about maybe Shyamalan thinking about doing Unbreakable 2 or something like that, and probably not. But maybe this is it. I don't know because there's something that shows this is kind of related to.
I did just read that Shyamalan is considering another one.
But I just hope more he does something more like this, like it's set in the universe, I guess, of Unbreakable, and not just like it's not maybe a direct sequel. Because I'm afraid like maybe a direct sequel would be like Bruce Willis's Unbreakable Dude versus Split or something.
That would be an interesting.
Whoever wins, we lose.
One of the
Unbreakable guy versus Split.
One of the points in this movie is the power of human belief, and throughout we hear the various personalities.
I don't know if because I don't think there's supposed to be a message in this. It's just supposed to be because it's supposed to be set in the Unbreakable universe where there is people with superpowers and stuff like that, like people who can do unbelievable things, just like in Unbreakable. Because I don't think it's supposed to be a message like, oh, people, if you have multiple personalities, you can become a super dude or something.
No, it was through their belief. It was the beast emerged from the belief. It became its own altar. I think that's what they call it.
Thing, I guess.
I think that's what it was called.
Because it's supposed to be like a fusion of all of them, or whatever. The beast, I think, was supposed to be like the few, like them all. That's why it was called by the Horde or whatever, because they were kind of fused together to make like this kind of like guy. But I don't know, because I don't know if because I've seen movies about human belief and like stuff, and it's never been like this. Because I don't know because I don't think this movie's trying to say completely like, you can do something if you believe you can lift a car with your even though you can, or you can do it or whatever. It's just like. But it's just, I think it's something to do with, because like I said, this is something to do with Unbreakable Universe, supposed to be something in that lane or whatever. So that's why I got out of it anyways. I don't know. That's right. We have to see what Shyamalan says. I don't know if he has anything to add about that. Because I think this might be something that people will talk about for a while, the way it's kind of like a short after credits. So like, if you see this movie, don't leave when it says split, because there's a thing after that. Right when
it's they don't even show any of the credits before that scene.
Yeah, no, it just a split, and then I'm just saying.
Yeah,
if you see the title split, and then you're like, I'm out, because I've known people who've been like, right before they know the movie's almost over, they'll stand near the entrance, the exit, just to be ready to leave, and then when it ends, they'll just leave.
Yeah, I think the only one who would actually miss it would be Quicksilver.
Well, like I said, because anyone because I've known people who just when they know a movie's almost over, they'll even just leave. They won't even stay for the end or whatever, even if the ending is important or whatever.
Yeah. Was there anything important during the credits of Hardcore Henry that might have changed my whole mind about that movie?
No, it just ended because I've seen the whole credits.
Yeah.
I don't think what do you think would have happened? Like would it turn out it takes place in the same universe as Transformers? Oh my god! Optimus, like he's just standing around. It's like, what did they call that one guy? Optimus Prime. I'm kidding. That would probably make you go, okay, now I like this movie. Transformers are in it. Or Transformers. This is for first-person view of Optimus beating the crap out of people. Actually, I would like to see that.
Yeah. Well, maybe if Optimus crushed Henry at the end, maybe. Yeah, maybe it would have. Maybe the movie would have been redeemed. Okay, well,
anything else?
I think he would have just scolded him. Don't do that. That's mean. How dare you hurt those people? He'd probably be more like that. I think maybe Megatron. Just shut up, kill him.
Okay,
First of all, it was self-defense.
But they were gonna kill me, and they were gonna rule the world with super beings and kill everyone. Oh, well, I guess that's okay.
Cyborgs. They were definitely cyborgs.
All right. Well, yeah, really gotta give the slow clap to Shyamalan here.
Yeah. Everyone else claps.
Yeah.
So
great stuff.
What do you want to grade this?
I'm gonna give Split a B+.
I'm right there with you, man. Yeah. This was enjoyable.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I'm gonna try to see. I'm gonna tell my brother about the Unbreakable thing at the end. And I want to see if maybe he'll be interested in seeing it. I don't know, but he probably still won't. Even if he does, I don't know if he'll still even like it. He's very picky about movies. But yeah, I'll give this one an A-. I thought it was really good, very enjoyable.
All right.
And I think if it wasn't for the little Unbreakable bonus at the end, I think made it better. So yeah, I'm definitely excited for it.
Okay. So right before this, we got the official trailer for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. The movie that has the exact same name as the movie's soundtrack. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
So wait, what are they going to call the soundtrack though? Because the soundtrack to the first movie was was Volume 1 or whatever. Awesome Mix Volume 1. Is it Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2? Volume 2?
Or maybe Awesome Mix Volume 2?
I don't know. We'll have to see what happens. But you're not excited, right? You didn't like it?
Yeah, nah. It looks like just too many more jokes relying on just saying "I am Groot" over and over.
I don't know. That wasn't. I don't know. I don't know what you got that. Like there wasn't that many jokes about that. I mean, yeah, he said that was just his character. That's always been his character in the comics. He's always said that's all he says is "I am Groot."
That's all he's able to say.
Yeah.
I'm still wondering
And
why. I'm still wondering why that's like. I keep thinking like, was that just like the first 3 words his race can only say like the first 3 words he heard?
There's a comic panel where they're all in the middle of Flora colossi. That's the species, and all they can say is "I am Groot."
Nah, I think Groot was trolling them the entire time because at the end of the first one he was able to say "we" and "are" and Groot exclusively in that order. Well, I don't know. He only said it once, so maybe not exclusively.
Yeah,
but
that was just a cute little thing.
Yeah.
It's because in the comics they're I can't. What's the name? It's so stiff that they can't move it. Lawrence? No. What's the buddy? Soundbox or whatever the hell it's called.
Well.
It's so stiff that that's the only thing they can say.
I mean, I don't know that. Yeah. I think it looks. I actually do. I quite enjoyed the trailer too. I thought it was funny, though. If I did, like I said, my only problem is that he's still Baby Groot. It doesn't take Groot like in the comic. Even I mean, it's a change. I understand. It's just, but it feels like I don't usually mind changes from when it's different in the comics. But because in the comics he can grow back pretty fast. Like he can just, and he's an adult. The only reason why it bugs me is because they just want him to be Baby Groot because it was because the dancing Baby Groot was so popular, and they're just,
why was that popular?
Because it was cute, just like you want to see a dog's purpose because it's cute puppy in it. Like that's the reason, because it was cute.
Also,
and they thought it was funny.
He's not an idiot.
He's not. It's not that funny.
Dude,
I mean, he just stops like.
Humor is subjective, though, and everyone has different humor. Not everyone.
Yeah, but why does Drax care if Baby Groot is swaying back and forth?
Well,
and why does he stop?
I don't know. I don't even. It's just be like maybe they still think he's a tree or something. But I don't know.
But
Okay, well.
Yeah, Groot's not an idiot in the comics. He's like a hyper. Dimensional scientist.
But yeah, it's just I don't mind.
I think it's only Rocket in these movies that's the genius, because somehow he's able to know what every utterance of "I am Groot" is code for just by differing inflections.
Well, it's probably because they hang out together a lot. He might just be thinking what he thinks he's saying.
And then of course
comics,
he just
that's
has
how
to.
People understand. You have to get the subtle inflections, because literally that's what the entire race can only say.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just, but I don't know. I thought
and of course Rocket has to like respond in a way that just spells out for you what Groot said, like "I am Groot." Well, who cares if it's better than 11%?
But though, and another thing is I also don't really care for Star-Lord being in love with wanting to do stuff with Gamora.
Was not
in the comics. That's not even like a thing. Like they don't care.
Yeah,
they should just be friends, and that just bugs me. It just feels like they need to add it in for a love interest or something. It's like, no, you don't need to do that. It's fine.
I was definitely with Star-Lord in that scene at the end. I think you're overreacting. Yeah, you think?
I don't know. I'm looking forward to it because I like the first one. I know you didn't. I
did too.
Yeah, well.
I don't know. I like.
So what's the other? The other trailer is what?
It was Chips. Yeah.
I like Michael Pena.
Yeah, I do.
He's funny.
Dax Shepard. I like Dax Shepard too. And Dax Shepard not only stars, but he writes and directs it too.
Yeah, what's Dax Shepard from again? Because I know I've seen him before.
He's been in a lot of things. I can't even like pinpoint where I really truly like. Him and his wife. He's married to Kirsten Bell. I remember the movie they were in. One of the movies they were in together was A Win in Rome. He was one of the guys hitting on her.
Yeah.
But he's been in a bunch of
actually
stuff.
isn't Kristen Bell in this movie?
Yeah, she's his wife.
Yeah.
This is not the first time he's directed though. He also directed another comedy, Hit and Run, which was okay. I liked it a lot better than most people did, but yeah, Hit and Run was was cute. And this one looks a lot better than Baywatch, because the thing about this is this actually originally was a comedy when Baywatch was not. Like Baywatch, I don't know what the heck they're doing. I guess because the story of the series is so ridiculous, they felt they needed to make it a comedy.
Yeah.
But I
don't think Land of the Lost was originally a comedy either, right?
But that's another
Of course,
show,
neither was the remake, unless you.
Yeah, but.
Yeah.
But then you gotta remember that the original series was so ridiculous that they're like, let's make it a comedy.
Do you remember? Of course you remember. Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Will Ferrell's character, his name was Marshall Will and Holly. was a reference to Land of the Lost.
But wait, Will Ferrell didn't. The Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back came out 10 years before Land of the Lost.
The show or the movie?
The movie, but Will Ferrell was in the movie, not the original show.
Yeah,
I know.
Yeah,
but
it's
his character,
like
his character in Jay and Silent Bob was a reference to Land of the Lost, and he just comes back for the movie. That's what I'm pointing out.
Wait, but why would it be a reference to the show? Marshall isn't that uncommon.
It's Marshall, Will, and Holly. That's the full.
Marshall.
Wait
a minute. What? Will and
Marshall, Will, and Holly.
I'm not following.
Yeah. But I mean, I think Chips looks a lot better to me than like Baywatch. It just looks because I don't know.
Baywatch only existed for one thing.
I don't know if you saw but I don't know if you've seen the trailer. It stars like The Rock and Zac Efron.
Yeah.
It looks. Baywatch. Me and Pop have seen the trailer. Yeah, it wasn't a great trailer, but this one I think was a little better. It had a little bit jokes that I actually did think were kind of funny, but still not great. Like I said, I don't think this movie looks amazing. And so far, like I said, I did like the last movie Dak Shepard directed, though only co-directed though. This one is just him. It's just written and directed by him, no one else. So I'm curious to see how he'll do. I guess I'll give it a shot. And I do like Michael Pena, and I also do like and I also do like Dak Shepard. I want to see how he does that as a second. This is the second film he's directing.
Yeah, well. Okay, so
you've already talked about the rest. We talked about the Mummy Cure, wellness, and all that other stuff. So.
Yeah, we did. So
yeah, we have.
Well, what did you guys think of Chips? You guys didn't really talk what you guys thought of it.
I don't know. It seems like one of those movies I would want to skip.
What about you, John?
Again, Michael Pena, and I'll see it.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah, so sometime later this week, I'll schedule a day for Silence and Resurrection of Gavin Stone.
I'll probably skip.
What's Silence about?
Silence is about Christian missionaries who go to Japan at a time when Japan? Yeah, Japan at a time when at a time when Christians are being executed, and so they're going there because their lead minister.
That's mainly because the main religion at the time was Shintoism.
Yeah.
And Buddhism.
Yeah, I know that's why it is, but
they still do that.
So they're going there because they heard that that their lead minister, played by Liam Neeson, was forced to renounce his faith.
Oh yeah. They did not. The Japanese did not play around back then.
I mean, I guess I can kind of, I don't know, I can kind of see from their standpoint some guys coming in going, "Hey, your religion's wrong. Let's tell you about our religion." I wouldn't be like, "Well, dude, what? Get out of my face!" I mean, maybe they shouldn't have killed them. They should have left them all. But like,
they didn't just. You know how they died?
Oh, when they crucified them?
They decapitation.
But I mean,
at least
like
that's
I can understand, but I don't think they were being that annoying. I don't think like the church was coming in like throwing rocks at them. How dare you not believe? I think they're just like,
by the way,
what about believing in Christian? Why don't you believe in my religion? Die!
That is me.
I'm pretty sure that's what happened.
By the way,
that is basically.
By the way, that reminds me. Well, it's been a day since Donald Trump was sworn in, and
the human orange.
And what?
And we haven't heard anything from the Westboro Baptist Church, so they're probably like hiding out in their building, knowing, okay, Obama wasn't our last president after all.
Donald Trump is.
Yeah. And speaking of silence again, it's actually based on a book by a guy who actually wrote. He wrote like a lot. Most of the stuff I think he wrote about was about Japan and religion or whatever. How Christianity actually its time in Japan.
From what I understand, it's an the main belief is an amalgam of all three. They'll go to Shinto shrines, have Christian weddings, and have Buddhist funerals.
Because they do have Christianity there now. I know they have some Christianity.
Yeah, I know. Japan is actually a really great country now. I mean, after World War II, we've pretty much made peace there. So.
Yeah, though I'm pretty sure. I think China still has problems with them a bit. They still kind of hateful.
yeah.
Because I saw the movie with that I saw Donnie Yen, the trilogy. He made the Ip Man trilogy, or whatever. The first one was especially about Japan coming in and kind of invading, and how poorly the Chinese are treated. So I think there's still some bad blood between them, but I think for the most part we're fine with all the countries. Hey, we can go to Japan, no one cares. We can go to China, no one cares.
Yep.
Maybe not. Well, maybe not with Donald Trump. Who knows? Donald Trump might do something to make them angry at us. Who knows? Hopefully not.
I think that's absurd. No, this has gotten too political already.
Okay,
Let's try to.
So what's next week, by the way? We should probably mention
next week it's Dog's Purpose, which is going from this lighthearted, well, not heartwarming family dog drama to probably the most controversial film of the year because of that incident on set.
Though I don't know.
I don't think it was.
Of that movie, I still don't even think of that. I don't really care.
Yeah, I don't think what happened was bad enough to call for PETA to call for a boycott.
And Resident Evil too. Resident Evil's next week.
Yeah, that's next week too. My mom actually thinks that PETA is pretty ridiculous. So
yeah, well, even I don't like PETA that much.
No, but I'm gonna say it later. Yeah. It doesn't need to be said here.
But you've liked the Resident Evil movies though. We saw Retribution together, the last one.
Yeah.
I like the Resident Evil movies.
I mean, they're silly. I'm not gonna lie, they're really ridiculous, but it's kind of that guilty pleasure
so
sort
next
of thing.
Week there's a new Resident Evil game and movie, so that's gonna be fun.
Yeah, and hopefully it's the final chapter.
We'll get another Resident Evil: The New Beginning.
Yeah, it's really I think it's really dumb how they call it the final chapter. Like this big, riveting, complex story has all led to this. Final chapter.
Though the original name
there were a few.
The original name was Afterbirth.
Afterbirth.
Or something like that, or something birth. I can't remember. I think it was Afterbirth.
Maybe it'll explain how titling the fourth one Afterlife makes sense. All right. Well, yeah, we still got a bit of January to go. So, yeah. See ya.
The dumping ground. Okay.